Welcome to day 10 of the 6 Weeks to Better Movement program. In this video, I will show you how to move side to side from the tee using an open stance movement pattern. So far in the program, all of the movements you've practiced have been closed stance. With the closed stance, you lunge on the leg closest to the front wall. So if you're right-handed, you always lunge on your left leg when hitting forehands and right leg when hitting backhands. With the open stance, you will lunge on the leg closest to the back wall. With the closed stance, you'll find it's easier to generate power and it promotes good hip and shoulder position, which can really help with the accuracy of your shots. In contrast, the open stance allows you to react to the ball more quickly. Let's start by going over the technique, and then I will present a short workout. Starting from the ready position with your feet shoulder width apart and heels raised, drop into the split step. Just like we did before, your leading foot will start to point in the direction you're moving in. Next, bring your trailing foot just beside or just behind your leading foot. Personally, I prefer to bring my trailing foot just behind, but either way is okay. The next part is very important. As you take that next step into the lunge, line up your shoulders and hips with the side wall. If you stopped your movement at this point, your chest, knee, and leading foot should all be pointing directly at the side wall. Any misalignment here can affect your shot accuracy as well as put some dangerous stress on the knee joint. As you swing, drag your trailing foot underneath you to aid in balance and returning to the tee. At this point, you simply need to take a step back and hop right back to the tee. Now I'll play this again first in slow motion and then at speed. These same steps apply when you move to the opposite side as well. If you're right-handed, you will end up lunging onto your left leg on the backhand. The last thing I will show you before I start the practice session is how to link the side-to-side movement. To link the movements, instead of taking that step back and hopping back to the tee, perform 2 side shuffles. Watch here as I push out of this lunge. I immediately bring both feet together for the first shuffle and then perform one more to transition to the opposite side of the court. When practicing this transition, it's really easy to forget to face the side wall on either side. Always keep that in mind and make sure you practice good technique. Now that you have a sense for the footwork, let's put it into practice. I suggest the following. 10 shots on the forehand, slowly at maybe 50% speed. 10 shots to the backhand, again slowly at 50% speed. 10 shots to the forehand at 75% speed. 10 shots to the backhand at 75% speed. And now we're going to mix things up and do 10 shots alternating sides using that linked movement that I showed you at 50% speed. And finally, 10 more shots alternating sides but at 75% speed. So if you feel comfortable with this movement after completing that workout, rest a couple days and move on to day 11. Otherwise, repeat this day until you have the technique down. Make sure to rest 1 or 2 days between workouts. In day 11, you will get some practice alternating between closed and open stance movement. It's important to learn both to become a well-rounded squash player.